To me, the biggest story is that Obama and Hillary have joined Castro and Chavez in what appears to be a new left-wing oligarchy, saying that the dictator of Honduras should be restored. It's astounding to me that you don't understand what's going on in America. There was a coup in the Honduras, in a way, but it was a coup of democracy. They threw the bum out. Now, whether this threatens dictators such as Castro and Chavez on one hand, which it does, and why it should threaten Obama and Hillary is very worrisome. What are they worried about? Why would they want to support a dictator like this? It's amazing to me. San Antonio, Chris, you're on the Savage Nation.
Hello, Michael. Yeah, I want to talk about the Latino communist bloc they're trying to form over there. I got a question for you, sir. If Obama would do the similar thing as Zelaya did over there in Honduras to try to extend his stay in power, do you think that the U.S. military would respond in the same manner?
Do you know that you're raising a very interesting question? Let's go back and explain to the people what it is you're asking and why it's so darn important.
Wife's from Honduras.
President Zelaya broke the law, okay? And what was the law? He tried to use the means that Hugo Chavez used to abuse the nation's constitution, okay? And he acted as though he were above the law. Honduran law allows for a constitutional rewrite. But that door to rewrite the Constitution does not lie with the president. It can only be recalled and rewritten through a national referendum approved by the Honduran Congress. But the dictator Zelaya said that the vote on his own, declared the vote on his own. And he had Hugo Chavez ship him the necessary ballots from an outside nation from Venezuela. What happened was his own Supreme Court ruled that his referendum was unconstitutional, and they instructed the military not to carry out the logistics of the vote as it normally would do. So the military was acting under the instructions of the Supreme Court. You know that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me finish, and I'll get to your answer. The top military commander, General Velasquez, told the president that he would have to comply, meaning throw him out. Zelaya fired the military commander. The Supreme Court ordered the commander reinstated. The dictator Zelaya refused. What is going on here is simply astonishing. We have the President of the United States. We have the Secretary of State Hillary Clinton joining Fidel Castro and Hugo Chavez and propping up a radical left-wing dictator. So now you're asking me is, if after 8 years, assuming Obama wins again because the Republicans are so inept, he then declares that he's going to extend the Constitution to get rid of the term limits, and there is no referendum, but he brings in votes from Venezuela, and the U.S. Supreme Court, if we still have one by that time, declares that unconstitutional, and they order the U.S. military to oust Obama. Is that what you're saying?
That is exactly my question. Do you think we'll be too busy watching Michael Jackson?
I think we'll be too busy watching a man who sells toilet bowl cleaner at that point.
That's basically my question.
It's a great question, and of course we're speculating to a point in American history at which I hope we never ever arrive. But I wouldn't doubt that we can get there very rapidly, because unlike being a banana republic, on Friday I declare that America has become a web republic, where the largest single product seems to be websites rather than machine goods. Of course, that's an exaggeration and it's rhetoric. I understand that. But there's a point that I'm making. It's a nation obsessed with celebrity and websites. I don't think most people even understand what the rule of law is. Chris, are you from that country?
My wife is from Honduras.
And you know that you know that Zelaya is a dictator, correct?
Yeah, he's leftist. He's aligned with Hugo Chavez. They want to make
So why would Obama and Hillary take his side?
Exactly what I was explaining.
Because they're leftists. How many different ways does a communist have to tell you he's a communist? You expect him to wear a red beret? For Obama to back the dictator should worry you. It means he's only waiting until he has absolute power to do everything you ever feared. New York City, WOR. Gloria, welcome.
Hello?
Gloria, you're on the Savage Nation. Go ahead, please.
Hi. I just wanted to ask Obama how dare he goes and be on the side of Hugo Chavez. How dare? What is he thinking? Does he know what really is happening in Honduras? What kind of person have we elected? I mean,
we have elected a communist president. I don't care how you shade this story. He is a clear and present communist. For him to say that the coup is not legal when it is clearly legal because it threw out an illegal dictator, and for Obama to take the same side as Chavez and Castro should make every American very nervous.
Want him and the American people better.
Don't you, Gloria, I know what's going on. We've had a revolution in America.
You know, I cannot understand how Hillary Clinton is on this side. Yes.
Well, listen, Hillary Clinton disguised herself very well for the last number of years. Her husband started to make a lot of money, and you thought she moved to the center. Apparently, Hillary Clinton has never given up her early far-left politics, by the way. And incidentally, for those of you who contributed to the Savage Legal Fund, remember there was a big story about me appealing to Hillary Clinton to help me? Basically, I got the middle finger from the State Department. So although I am an American citizen, and although the U.S. State Department has an obligation to act on my behalf, they have selected to ignore Michael Savage because conservatives need not apply to the new America.
Selected and forgotten.
Listen, Gloria, we're very close to losing our freedoms in this country. First, they took over the banks. Then they took over Wall Street. Then they took over General Motors. Now they took over health care. Then they're taking over energy through this fake global warming. When do you think America will wake up to the fact that they've lost their freedom?
I do not know. I do not know, and they better pay close attention. Right now, the only radio station, the only TV station that is passing, bringing things, the news from there, is CNN. And you know CNN, what they stand for. So the people in Honduras right now are standing by the new elected president because we do not want communism in our country.
God bless you, Gloria. Thanks for the call. See, people from Central America who know what communists are, people in Central America who've seen their relatives tortured and abused by the communist regimes of Central and South America, they understand the cry of freedom. Unfortunately, in America, you know more about OxyClean than you do about Karl Marx. That's the unfortunate reality. You can probably give me a list of the top songs of Michael Jackson, while you couldn't give me the first 5 amendments to the U.S. Constitution. I can guarantee you know more about Orange Glow Cleaner than you do about George Washington.
Savage.